Hi, my name is Liz, and this is my first how-to video. I was looking for some DIY videos on YouTube to turn a regular t-shirt into a workout shirt with like a racerback so that you can wear like a sports bra with it while you're working out. I had to turn some shirts into something like this. I didn't make this one. I bought this one, of course, but I couldn't find any DIY videos to do that, so I made my own pattern and I said, hey, why not share this with people? So this is me making a DIY video just because I was so pissed that I couldn't find a video to freaking make my shirt. So these are the things that you're going to need in order to make your shirt. Of course, you're going to need a t-shirt that you're going to want to cut up. You're going to need a pair of scissors. These are fabric scissors. They will work better than regular desktop like office scissors. They just will. Google it if you don't believe me. So a pair of scissors. If you don't have fabric scissors, let's not get snobby. Go ahead and use your regular desk scissors. Chalk, pencil, pen, Sharpie in order to trace onto the shirt whatever you think is going to work. A ruler. You just need a ruler. If you have a shirt already that is in this style, this racerback style, go ahead and grab it. It'll help you trace this pattern onto the back. If you don't have a shirt like this, if you have a sports bra, it has the same general shape. You can use it. If you have neither of those, that's where the ruler will come in handy. I'll help you with that. So those are the only three things that you'll need. Okay, so let's make some shirts. And if you want to know what the ending is going to look like, it's going to look like this. So we're going to make this. So if that's not the shirt that you want to make, get off this video. Let's get started by changing the angle of the camera. This is the shirt that I'm going to cut up. And right off the bat, first off, before you make any cuts on any kind of shirt, make sure that you have it laid out and like flat. You don't want wrinkles in it because then whenever you cut it, it's not going to look like what you want it to look like. So here is that. Let's change the angle on this. Everything's so inverted. Anyway, you'll get the general gist. Okay, so I'm working on the left sleeve right now, trying to make sure everything, but go ahead and cut the sleeves off. You're going to cut the sleeves off inside the seam. When I say inside the seam, I mean on the side that is closest to the shirt. So this will be outside where the actual sleeve is, and then this will be the inside. So we're going to cut inside the seam along here. So make sure it's flat. And when you're cutting, I have a really bad habit of lifting up the fabric and holding it in my hand and cutting it. It's a really bad habit. So first sleeve, cut off. Go to the other side. And of course you're going to want a giant workspace. I just wanted to use my desk because it'll be easier for you guys to see. So we're going to cut, again, inside the seam. And I just folded it up a little bit just so I can actually use the table. Okay, so now I have two sleeves. And I have a shirt that is suns out, guns out right now. Next, because I'm a harlot, I like for all my shirts to be V-neck. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the chalk right now, which you don't have to use chalk. Sometimes people use pen. We're just going to take the chalk, and draw from over, I'm going to point over here. This right here is the side of the collar. We're going to draw a line that just follows the line of the collar and goes down to about here, which is about the middle of the shirt. You'll know where the middle of the front of the shirt is based on the tag. If your shirt doesn't have a tag, so use a ruler and figure it out. So I'm going to go ahead and draw this line. And that looks about right. Do the same thing on the other side as well. Okay. So right now I have lines that go like this. Measure from the collar to about 2 1/4 inches, and then make a mark there as well. Okay, this right here, this chunk from the outside of the collar to that line that we just made, that's going to be the width of your strap of your shirt. Do the same thing on the other side, because people usually have 2 sleeves. So now that we've made those lines there and there, we're just going to take the edge, I have to move my fingers, and continue that line over the seam, so that whenever I look at it this way, this line that I made previously that I measured out matches up with the one on the back. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so this is the thickness of our straps. This right here. If you like them thicker, go for it. That was an arbitrary measurement that I came up with. We have that. We are going to flip it over. Okay, so now that we're on this side, you can go ahead and do all that stuff. We're on this side. We can see that we have those lines that we continued from the front. Now is where you will want to have either your sports bra or your athletic shirt. If you have your athletic shirt, take the 2 collars and line them up like this. And then really all you want is to have this pattern, this back pattern like this. We're going to trace this onto our other shirt using our chalk. So, and you're going to get chalk or whatever you're using on that shirt. So I've made those 2 arches. So I'm going to lift this shirt and I'm done with it. If you don't have one of those shirts, the measurement, and that shirt's a medium, is 3.5 inches right here, and that's where they're closest. So it kind of looks like a baseball. That might just be me. Okay, so now that I've made those lines, I'm going to connect them to the lines that I carried over from the front. Okay, so now I have 2 lines that go like this. I continue these lines to the bottom armpit area of where our sleeves were. So you can see I have this hole here. I'm going to continue this line so that it meets up with the bottom of the armpit. And this is actually going to get kind of squared off at the bottom, which makes sense because if we look here, it squares off almost perfectly. You can't really see that, but it squares off almost perfectly. So we're going to continue this line. Okay. So we're done tracing the back. Now that we have the back done, we're going to go back to the front. In the same way that we continue the lines on the back, we're going to continue them on the front as well. Okay. And with this one, you're just going to follow the curve. You're kind of going to follow the curve that was given to you whenever you cut your sleeve off. So I continued that and I connected it to the bottom. This will all make a lot more sense once I start cutting. Okay, so once you've continued both lines on the front and on the back, you should kind of be able to see what your new Racerback workout shirt's going to look like. So just to sum up, on the front, have the lines that follow the collar and make the V down here. And then I also have these lines that follow the curve of my cut off sleeves and connect to the bottom of the armpit. And that's on the front. Now on the back, I made a 3.5 inch gap here, and that's as close as they get. And then with the lines continued from the front, I made a curve that also connected down to the bottom of the armpit. So now that we have the trace, let's go ahead and start cutting. Okay. So on the front, with our fabric scissors, just take the top layer. So as you can see, I'm just taking this top layer up here and I'm following my line. Once you get to the top, it actually is easier if you just continue cutting. So then we'll just there we go. So now I have fabric that looks like this. We'll do the other side as well. Here's another piece of fabric. Okay, so now the back looks like this. Now we're going to go to the front and we're going to work on this V-neck. Instead of cutting out from the collar, if you just make a little snip at the outer edge and start from that little hole, it's a lot easier. Also, if you don't cut so far away from yourself, it's a lot easier. So I'm at the collar, I'm on the outside of the collar. I'm making a little snip, sticking my scissors in there, and it's completely off. And you have this really cool thing that you can wear as a hat. It looks like a bill if you take tags off, but we're not going to deal with that right now. Okay, so once you've finished taking the collar off, you are actually all done. You have a brand new workout shirt. And that's my tits. So here's the front. As you see, there's a V-neck. There are no sleeves. And then on the back, we have the crisscross racerback style going on. Hopefully with editing, I made it make sense. I should have used a darker shirt, honestly. And I have darker shirts. I may end up doing another video, but that's how you make a racerback shirt. I hope you enjoy it. Have some great workouts, even if you're not wearing it to work out. I hope you look hot in it. Please leave some comments. Everything's so inverted here. If you would like to see more of what I did wrong, what I did right, please be nice, because this is my first video, like I said. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope I gave you what you wanted whenever you searched how to make your own tank top out of a t-shirt. This will be weird to watch.